Okay, so on to pedals. I watched something you did for Run for Cover Records. Shit, like probably 6 years, 8 years ago now, and it was like a pretty different board.
Sure. Yeah.
How often are you pulling things in and all?
A lot, actually. Yeah, I would say this is pretty close to being standard at this point. But there's certain things that I like to change, and a lot of that comes with like the set list and you know, just what I'm inspired by at the moment.
Sure.
You know, like you get, I don't know, get bored of some things, and you want, I don't know, you want new things, and new things excite you. And then also like there's the reverse of that, where like I'll go too far and like get all these high-tech stuff and like I got this timeline, and then I've never made one preset in it, and I'm like, okay, I get how this works for other people, but I'm singing and playing, and I can't be like tap dancing through it. Like I kind of have things like set, and I kind of leave them there. So yeah.
So for this board, is this like you know, an approximation of stuff that you used on the new record? And that's kind of how you're chasing that, like spaghetti at the wall in the studio, but then bring it home. Pretty
much, yeah. So like in the studio, we were lucky. We used some like cool vintage effects. We used like an old fuzz face, and I have like a green Russian big muff.
Oh, cool.
I used a lot, but I'm not going to put that on the board.
Right.
So yeah. So some of those kind of things, and then kind of finding some like more reliable modern things to kind of replace that. So yeah.
All right, cool. Well, walk me through the change.
Sure. I got this Earthquaker Devices, the Hoof Reaper. That's kind of my fuzz. You know, it seems that the chatter I've seen online is that people don't really like the Reaper side, but that's the only side I use actually. So I know. So like I mean the hoof sounds great, but I don't really have. I don't know. I mean, I guess I could use it, but...
So, I've never had one. Is this like a boost one side, fuzz the other, or are they both
No,
fuzz?
so this is a big muff on one side and tone bender on one side with an octave in the middle. Yeah, so it's pretty crazy. Yeah, I kind of only use the tone bender side, and yeah, it's like, I don't know, I'm not a shredder at all. It's kind of more just like noisy kind of stuff.
Sure.
So like...
Could I hear one or the other? Like,
yeah, so like... so this is like the Reaper. I kind of do this like octave thing in one of our new songs, just like. Kind of like big and thick and noisy.
It fattens it up for sure.
Yeah, totally. And so yeah, this is then the muff side, which I'm currently not using, but it's like. Sounds sick.
I love them both a lot.
So the only
hit the octave, hit the octave.
Yeah, the octave. Which I never, that's probably the first time I've ever turned that octave on, but yeah. Yeah, they're both really cool. I feel like I just gravitate more towards this one. We have a song called Thick as Thieves where it's kind of just like simple lead stuff, like. Just kind of noisy, simple, shit like that. But yeah, it's a cool pedal.
That is fun.
Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of like, I kind of don't really even use it that much, just like 2 songs. But this is Earthquaker Devices Plumes. Okay, so I couldn't believe how cheap this pedal was. It's like $100 or something.
Yeah.
And it's like a tube screamer, but I was kind of like, I couldn't believe it at first, and then I played it and was like sold. I really, really love it, and I think it's great. Yeah, that's kind of like my main like lead pedal, I guess you would say. Like whenever I do like it's like big,
not
soaring.
Crazy gain, but lots of sustain.
Totally, yeah. The only thing it has this soft switching to it, and that's the only thing I have to get used to sometimes, because like you press on it and then it goes on. Yeah. But that's kind of like my main like lead pedal, I guess you would say.
And so what does that little dip switch do? Change clipping diodes or something?
I think so. I just leave it on the middle one. I'm not exactly
sounds best, sure.
And it's kind of like, I'm pretty sure that's the more transparent one, and I kind of like that one. So, yeah. So yeah,
cool.
Yeah, that's kind of like the main like riffy kind of stuff. I'm never soloing, you know.
Right.
Like the solos are like kind of what I'm doing.
One-line leads.
Note stuff.
Sure.
Yeah, it's just like punk rock bands.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah. I'm definitely not a good guitar player. You know, just like yeah. And then so this KTR. great. Yeah.
I love them.
I know, me too.
Especially, I mean, if you can get one at the actual price, what, $250 I think he sells them for.
That's what I got it from Russo. They came into our shop, our local shop, and
sold out
guy
one day.
immediately called me and was just like, I got one in. I'm like, I bought it.
I'll be there.
And so like for that price point, I think it's great. But then like me and my friends were chatting. We're like, man, we should sell ours because they're like $900 now or something, like crazy. Like, who would pay for that?
Well, people did that with the original Klons too, and they regretted it. Like,
I know.
You know,
and it's crazy too. Like, I don't even know how expensive they are now. They're like something ridiculous.
If
like
you,
that.
Yeah. Well, I think the price also has been driven up a ton because once you find one, people don't let them go.
Yeah,
definitely,
it's like, definitely. So yeah, this is kind of like my main boost, and I mainly use this with the 335 just because it's cleaner. So if I need like for the choruses, I don't really use it for the gold top all that much, but I can show you an example. It's like, you know, a little bit.
Like a little bit of a mid hump.
Yeah. So that really helps with the 335. That's just cleaner, but yeah. So I'm like kind of drive through choruses and stuff like that. But yeah. So that's pretty cool. Then the MXR analog chorus, our record On the Impossible Past had a lot of chorus on it, and we're playing a song tonight that's like Nice Things, where I needed it. You know, I kind of don't use chorus all that much anymore, but I had to throw it back on the board for
that song.
That song, yeah. But you know, it's, I don't know.
All right, so I got to admit, personally, I don't like chorus for some reason. But that one's not egregious.
Yeah,
that doesn't
it's not
bother
too
me.
bad. Yeah, I mean, I think I really liked chorus, and then I just felt like it was just everywhere all of a sudden.
It came back so hard.
God, did it ever?
Yeah.
And I just got really over it. I just feel like I heard it everywhere, and I was like, okay, I'm not into that anymore. But yeah, you know, I just
when used properly, I think it's great.
I agree. Yeah, so that's kind of just, I'm using that for one song basically, and yeah, so DD3, kind of classic.
Yeah.
I don't know if this means anything, but it's one of the first ones from the 80s. I can't tell a difference, but someone sold it to me as they could. So
sure.
I was like,
I mean, there might have been a difference in the chips and stuff from what they could find, but
I have this one set. We have an outro on a new song called Try, where I basically just have like a repeating kind of thing that goes through. So like it's with, like I just have it, and I have it set with like, kind of do some like fun stuff like that over Tom's thing, and then it goes into the next thing where I switch over to the El Cap, which is kind of, I just have it set mainly as like slapback. Kind of quick. I guess it's not too.
That's
kind
pretty
of
square wave.
Yeah. So I really like this. I don't know. I've been recording with it a bunch, and I don't know. I've been really happy with it.
Strymon makes a great product, man.
Yeah. And I had the timeline, and I loved it for recording, but I just kind of found that I was just using that setting.
It's so funny because, man, for as much as those fucking things do, everyone that has one, it's for like one song, for one part, or like, you know, one setting.
Yeah, it's like, So I all of a sudden I was like, you know what, just, this is kind of set and forget it. And like I'll like turn this down, and I'll like, you know, speed it up here and there, like tap something in. But for the most part, it's like, it's kind of just simple. I mainly just like put it on leads, and like, you know, we have a song where I kind of do like a little, like a, you know, like a little quick finger picking thing, and it kind of thickens it out.
It's tasty.
Yeah. And then I have Strymon Flint. I love this pedal. I love both sides. I kind of am only using the reverb. I use the reverb. We have a song called Lookers that kind of starts off, it was like recorded deep in the room kind of thing, mic in the back. So like I just kind of set it on to like for the intro. It's not even too much, but you know, just to kind of give it a little bit of a room sound.
Just give it a little air.
Yeah, exactly.
I love reverb, and I think it's like one of the most emotion eliciting sounds.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like it just automatically kind of takes you to a place that almost like Trum does that to you for me.
Yeah, totally. I don't know. I just always like this. I really only use the 60s setting, I guess, the spring. So, but I think it sounds great.
Yeah,
sounds
cool. Great.
Does the trick. Yeah. So that's cool. And I'm actually not really using it. This is kind of more just sound check when I'm bored. Just like,
see, that's the fun stuff, yeah. But hard to incorporate into actual.
We don't really have anything. Maybe I'll find a spot for it because it does sound really nice.
Yeah, it is nice.
Yeah, I like
I love it.
Yeah, but it's a pretty simple board.
And then all wrapped up with the pitch black.
Yeah, pitch black.
Which, man, those things are great because you can freaking see them.
I know, exactly. Yeah.
If you get old like me,
the Boss ones definitely. We use them forever, and I love them. But it definitely like the little thing. Yeah. This one, you know, big.
Totally.
Well. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah,
you know?
I love the pitch blacks. I've tried, you know, the Petersons, and they make me feel like I'm gonna fucking puke.
Totally.
Like I can't look at that.
Yeah,
like,
we did a record once, and the producer was
in
like,
the studio, sure.
Yeah, use these, and every time I'm like, dude, I'm getting nauseous.
I'm getting dizzy. Yeah,
definitely. But you know, they do the trick. But I mean, it works great for me.
Well, you've come a long way from your 2x4 plywood.
Yeah,
rig.
That was crazy.
Yeah,
I used to have to put everything out every day, and you know, I put everything in a toolbox, basically. Yeah.